Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome to another Minecraft video. Now, some of you may be familiar with the contraption that's behind me at the moment. It's the two-way elevator that I put on the channel a couple of days ago that allows you to go up to the top and then back down the other side again. Very quick, only works in 1.13, but it's super useful. However, I got to thinking, how cool would it be if you could actually make this a multi-floor elevator? So guess what I've been doing? What we have here is the same elevator, the same as this one. It's with the up on the left and the down on the right, but I've turned it into a multi-floor elevator. So if we want to go to the top floor, we don't press anything, don't do anything with it, and it works exactly the same as the elevator that I showed you the other day. You whiz up to the top, super quick, as high as you want to go, because you don't take suffocation damage when you're inside bubbly water, and then back down the other side, just as quick, if not quicker, like that. But what if you wanted to go to, say, the third floor? Let's go to the third floor. Not pressing any buttons, and we're at the third floor. How cool is that? And now we want to go to the 7th floor. And here we are at the 7th floor. I'm going to show you once more because it is brilliant. I'm super pleased and excited about this. Really am. Let's go to the 5th floor. 5th floor. Activate it. There are limitations to this build. It's brand new and I'm only just starting to play with it. We're at the 5th floor. Now, at the moment, I've not been able to figure out how to get from the 5th floor to the 8th floor, or from the 5th floor to the 2nd floor. What you basically have to do is go to the floor you want to go to, and if we want to go from here to the 7th floor, we have to go back down to the bottom, reset, and then change it to 7th floor and start it working again. Then we can go up to the 7th floor or the 2nd floor. But it's brilliant, and so far, once it's set up and working, floor number 2, it's not let me down. It's been fantastic. So you're all keen to know how it works, aren't you? Well, I'll show you. So we've just got an item frame with an arrow in it, and on the back of that, as you could probably guess, there is a comparator. So there's a comparator just there pulling the signal out of the back of the item frame. We don't want it to activate every time we move the arrow around, so I've put in this switch. So it doesn't matter whether you flick the arrow around and round and round, nothing's going to happen until you flick the switch. That pushes a block in front of here, and then the signal is pulled out via this comparator into this contraption here, which will be easier for me to show if I select a floor. So let's select floor number 4. Select floor number 4, 1, 2, 3, and it turns off that torch. If we didn't have this contraption in, and I don't know if there's a name for this, is this an AND? I don't know, an AND gate maybe? It works basically because the signal comes down here and goes along the bottom and then along the top. And if it goes along the bottom, it will activate that repeater at the bottom, which will turn off that torch. If it goes along the top, and it always goes one less along the top because it'll come down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if it goes up the top, it activates that repeater there. And because the repeater on the bottom is active, I can't show you. Repeater on the bottom is activated. All of them are activated up to the 4th repeater. And on the top, they're all activated up to the 3rd. And because of this little torch tower, it means that only one torch at the end is lit. But because I needed that signal inverted, I've had to put an extra layer of torches on the top, which inverts the signal, which works its magic on this, and I've been wanting to use the infamous Whetstone Contraption. Now, I really don't like that name, Ilmango. If you came up with that, apologies, but I really don't like it. We'll have to come up with a better name for it than that, but that's basically what it is. So all of the pistons are extended with the soul sand on, which pushes them all away from the water. So all the water is still source blocks of water. Once that torch goes out, the piston retracts, pulling the soul sand back over back under the source block of water, which turns it into a bubbly column of water, which can be picked up by an observer as high up as you want it to go. I mean, this stuff is potentially game-changing. Well, it is game-changing. There's no two ways about it. You can transfer a signal from bedrock to 250 within a couple of ticks. It's fantastic. And what that's allowed us to do is I can now transfer a signal in an 8-wide block of source water in only one of the columns. So although all of this is source water, only one of the columns has got bubbles in it. Therefore, only the observer on that column, which is that one there, detects it. And this happens to be on the floor we've detected. So it sends a 1-tick pulse into these two dispensers. They've got 2 empty buckets in them, and what it does is sucks out the source blocks of water that are in this column. So this column is full of source blocks of water, and there is I'm probably not doing this in any kind of order you can understand, but there is a soul sand block at the bottom which turns this into bubbly water. But because at this level here, the dispensers have sucked out the source block of water, that stops the bubble column going any higher. So we get to this floor and we stop. The reason I've got 2 dispensers in there and not 1 is with only the 1 in there, you seem to go up a little bit further. So you'll go up to about here, and then it takes you a few seconds to drop back down again. I'm guessing if I put in 3 dispensers, I'd stop almost dead, but 2 dispensers seems to be enough. But they suck out the source blocks of water, so they're now in the back. On the other levels, there is only empty buckets in there. So once they've sucked out the water, the bubbles go no further. We stop. We can walk out onto the floor that we want to go onto. And then when we reset the system, all of the torches come back on again. All of the soul sand gets pushed out. So now none of the columns of water have bubbles in them. So it resets the floor, and now all the bubbles in this column, in the elevator column, go all the way back up to the top. And then I can choose another floor. I'll choose the second floor so I don't have to go so high. Flick the lever. Now the second torch has gone off, retracting the second sticky piston, which puts bubbles into the second column, which is picked up by the observer, only that observer in the second column, which has put a 1-tick pulse into these dispensers, which has sucked out all of the water. So now the bubbles don't go any higher than the second floor. So which means when we go in the elevator, we'll stop, you've guessed it, at the second floor. Now, as I say, limitations in this build are lots at the moment. There's got to be a better way of doing the lever. I'll probably mess around trying to get a button on there. There's potential. I believe there's potential in this, but I think this could be the makings of a bubble column multi-floor elevator. So you guys are going to have to let me know what you think about this. Is it worth pursuing? Is it something that you think's got legs, or do you think it's just a fool's errand? Just let me know. Put something in the comments. Just let me know what you're thinking. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, everybody. If you have, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.